ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ब्रह्मानंदवल्ली थर्ड अनुवाक। प्राणं देवा अनुप्राणन्ति मनुष्याः पशवश्च ये प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यते। सर्वमेव त आयुर्यन्ति येः प्राणं ब्रह्मोपासते। प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यत इति। तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य। We are seeing one of the important prakriya that is used by the Upanishads. That prakriya is called Panchakosha Viveka Prakriya. Panchakosha means 5 layers of one's own body. Panchakosha Viveka means discrimination, knowledge about those 5 layers of the body. Panchakosha Viveka. Prakriya means a method, a technique. A method is used to make the student to understand in a easy format. Having said that, आकाशाद् वायुः तस्माद्वा एतस्माद् आत्मनः सम्भूतः आकाशाद् वायुः. There Mahavakya, that Brahman enters in Panchabhutas. We saw in this previous mantra, first mantra. Akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapah adbhyah prithvi prithivya oshadhayah oshadhibhyonnam annat purushaha. So that Purusha, the human being born from those 5 elements, those 5 elements born from that Atma. Etasmad Atmanaha. But Upanishad has presented the whole thing, this person born from Atma only. The content is Atma only, one has to understand. So how to present this? Then Upanishad is taking one kosha, one after the other, temporarily compromising this body is as Atman. Annamayam gumhi Soumya. Annam means this Annam is Atma, made up of Annam. Purusham is the human being who is none other than the transformation of Annam. This body is Atma. In that Annamaya topic, first layer of the body, when Upanishad presents, it gives as though this is Atma, you take up and meditate upon this body, that total Annam. Total Annam means what? Whatever you consume in this universe, total matter is called Annam. The whole universe is called Annam. Because whole universe is nothing but matter. That matter, but it won't appear as matter for us, no? According to Shastra, it is matter. The whole matter is called Annam. In that, this food is also one part. Matter means food is also matter that we consume. Through forms we consume, we experience. Through sounds we experience. Whatever you experience is called Annam. Whole entire universe you experience is nothing but Annam. That samashti level Annam, that Annam alone he is here in the individual form. Just as you salute to the flag, keeping that whole country in your mind. See, the whole Annam you cannot worship, you cannot invoke. Therefore that Annam you have to invoke here. Samashti Annam you have to invoke on your own body, which is nothing but Anna Rasa Mayaha. So Anna Rasam is there. That way every day we the Indians have a Rasam. No? Even North Indians are also have a Rasam. Rasam is one important dish in our dining table. So the Rasam, to remind this Rasam only, I think. Okay. Anna Rasa Mayaha. Forget about your Rasam, whatever you are preparing at home. I know you prepare very well. Anna Rasa Mayaha means the essence. The whole body is nothing but the essence of Annam, food. So the Samashti Annam, whenever I say Annam, it is Samashti. Anna Rasa Mayaha, Mayaha word if I use, it is individual level, Vyashti. So this Vyashti Anna Rasam and Samashti Annam are non-different. Because this is made up of Annam. So Samashti Annam, this Anna Rasa Mayaha, both are one and the same. I have to meditate upon that. This Anna Rasa Mayaha, this is called Ahangraha Upasana. So total Virat Anna Purushaha, Virat is none other than me here itself, I am available. This is Upasana. This Upasana if I do, what is the benefit? You get plenty of Annam, Sakama Phalam. Whoever perform this Upasana, Ahangraha Upasana, that Annam, total Annam is nothing but this Anna Rasa Mayaha. Upon me, that Annam I invoke. Samashti, Virat, I invoke upon me the Vishwa. Therefore, this Upasana gives him what? Plenty of food. Whatever you like to eat, you will get it. There is no food for you which is not available. All types of food is available. This is Sakama Phalam. Every Upasana has got two phalams. Based on Bhavana. Based on your Bhavana, one is that Bhavana, if it is Sakama attitude, Bhavana is Sakama Phalam, I want materialistic benefit. The materialistic benefit is plenty of food you will get. Nishkama Phalam, your Bhavana is, I don't want plenty of food I have got. I don't want much more food than this. Therefore, I want Nishkama Phalam. Nishkama means a spiritual benefit. Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Vishalata, Vairagyam, Jnana Yogyata, all this called Nishkama Phalam. Your Bhavana is different. Therefore, whoever do Upasana, the two Bhavanas, based on, the phalam is based on two attitudes. Sakama bhavana, nishkama bhavana. Sakama bhavana irunda, I want some kama. Sakama means what? Kamena saha vartate iti sakamaha. What kama? I want plenty of food. Therefore you get food. No, I don't want food much. This is enough for me. I want jnanam, vairagyam, chitta shuddhi, chitta vishalata, nishkama upasana. This is spiritual benefit you get. Here material benefit only you get. So this is Annamaya level. Now once Upanishad says, what is the shape of this Anna Rasamayaha? The shape of the body is the shape of Anna Rasamayaha. What is the form of this body, structure of this body? That alone is Dakshinah Pakshaha, Uttarah Pakshaha, Puchcham Pratishtha, Shiraha. All these are the forms to meditate upon. All these are symbols. Right hand, left hand, legs and head. Madhyapana, Atma, this is center portion. All is meant for upasana. Therefore, when you keep Murti in front of you also, you meditate. When you do upasana, do puja, you offer the flowers. Even Anganyasa, Karanyasa, when they are doing, they do this. Those who are doing Anganyasa, Karanyasa only, they understand. On fingers and everything, they invoke the Lord. The Devatas, they invoke. Every part they invoke. So, that way, if you meditate upon this Samashti and Vyashti, this is Anna. Annam is Brahma. Annam, Brahma. We come to conclusion. Atma is what? Anna Rasamayaha. Then Upanishad says, don't stop here. That is not Atma. Anna Rasamayaha is not Atma. This Anna Rasamayaha is a product. This is a product. This is not Atma. This is a product. Karyam. Then what is the Karanam for this Anna Rasam? Prana is the cause. Pranam is the Karanam. Tasmadva etasmad Anna Rasamayat. Anyontara Atma Pranamayaha. Etasmat Anna Rasamayat. Other than this Anna Rasamaya, there is Anyaha, different. Antaraha, inside, that is Pranamayaha. Prana is there. Anyontara Atma Pranamayaha. Once you take the prana is the cause, Annarasam will become what? Effect. Karyam. So Karanam is important or Karyam is important? Cause is important or effect is important? Cause is important. Cause is important, then effect. Why? What is the reason? The reason is the cause alone gives existence to the effect. Cause alone gives the existence to the effect. Effect cannot exist without cause. So the karyatva nischayaha, number one. Point number one is what? Once I go to pranamayaha, annarasamayaha will become karyam. Karyatva nischayaha, number one. I have given 6 points. Karyatva nischayaha, anatmatva nischayaha, mithyatva nischayaha, koshatva nischayaha, previlapanam. I will explain now. Now only we are transferring from klosha to kosha. Now first karyatva nischayaha. Karya means effect. Effect is always depending upon what? Cause. Therefore pranamaya is very important. Annarasam is the product. Karyatva nischayaha. What is number 2? Anatmatva nischayaha. Upanishad says, until now I am presenting you this Annarasam as Atma. This body is Atma. But what I want to say, this Annarasam is depending upon the prana. Therefore this is Anatma. Pranamayam is Atma. Pranam alone is the Atma. In the previous mantra we saw tasmadva etasmad annarasamayat anyontara atma pranamaya tena esha purnaha. This prana is filled with, or this annarasam body is filled with prana. What is the shape of prana? Prana by itself is not having any shape. So annarasam also don't have shape. The body, human being form is the Purusha Vidaha. Purusha Vidaha means human body shape alone is the form of annarasam. Now annarasam is karyam. So prana shape is what? Anna Purusha only. Again body only. Body shape only, the prana shape. Where is prana? In which part of your body prana is there? Whole body. Everywhere you pinch your body, you can understand. Prana is in what shape? Purusha Vidaha. In the same form it is there, pervading. So for Upasana, Anvayam Purusha Vidaha. Tasya Prana eva Shiraha. Prana is the Mukhyam, head, that respiratory system. Vyana Dakshina Paksha. This is for Upasana. Right, Vyana is the right wing, Pakshaha. And Apana is Uttarah Pakshaha, the left wing. Akasha Atma. Akasha means Samana Prana is the Atma. So Prana is the Atma of what? Annarasam. Annarasam is the product. There Samana Prana, content. Prana is the content. Who is the container? Annarasam is the container. Our body, Purusha Vidha is the container. So, this is called Anatma. Anatmatva Nischaya. Every Anatma is a product of Atma. Since Prana is the Atma, Annarasam is the product. Every product is called Anatma. Anatmatva Nischaya. Number 2. Karyatva Nischaya over. Anatmatva Nischaya. Or Atma Karyam. Anatma means what? Another name of Anatma. Atma Karyam. Atma nudiya product anartham. Atma become what? Pranatma become the cause. Become the cause. Therefore it is Atma. Pranamaya is. Now you have to take Prana as Atma, Annarasam as Anatma. Now once you come to this, another thing what you have to do, Annarasa is Mithya. Whatever is Anatma, it is Mithya. Whatever is a product is Mithya, whatever Anatma is Mithya, whatever is Karyam is Mithya. Mithya means what? False. Mithyatva Nischayaha. It is a name and form. Nama Rupatva Nischayaha. Once I consider it only Nama Rupa Namke Vasti, it is not real. This part is only Nama Rupa. Nama Rupatva Nischayaha. Once you do, what is the Satyam? Clay is the Satyam. The part Nama Rupa is Mithya. It is not real. It is Anatma. Pot is Anatma, pot is Karyam, pot is Mithya. Itna vandadipo. Pot is Mithya. First pot is Karyam. Karyatvat. Anatma. Anatmatvat. Mithya. Mithya Nama Rupatvat. Next one. Koshaha. Koshatva Nischayaha. Whatever is Karyam. இப்படியே dash dash போட்டுன்னு போகணும். Whatever is Karyam, it is called Anatma. Karyatvat Ghatavat. Ghata is Anatma. எது இல்லையோ அது அனாத்மா, நிஜமா இல்லையோ அது அனாத்மா. எல்லா காரியங்கள் நாமரூபந்தான். நாமரூபா இஸ் ஃபால்ஸ். இப்போ பாட் நேம் அண்ட் ஃபார்ம் நாம அண்ட் ரூபா, இட் இஸ் நாட் ரியல். வாட் இஸ் ரியல்? சொல்லிண்டே இருக்கோம் கிளே இஸ் ரியல் 10 வருஷமா. கிளே இஸ் ரியல், கிளே இஸ் ரியல். நாம ரூபா பாட் அண்ட் நேம் அண்ட் ஃபார்ம் ஆர் ஓன்லி ஆன் யுவர் லிப். Vacharambhanam vikaram namadheyam mrittika ityeva satyam. Chandogya Upanishad. Care of. Okay. So, mithya. What is mithya? What is karyam? What is anatma? What is namarupa? Ella vandacha illaya? So, what merge into what now? Clay. Ella merge agaleya Swamini, appadi irukena. Intellectually it merge. No? Intellectually there is no part at all. Illa part irukku Swamini enna. Part irukkenna eduthu po. I will take the clay, you take the pot. Puja Swamiji இன்னும் argue பண்ணுவாரு. விட மாட்டார். You take the pot, I take the clay. No, Swamini, without clay I cannot take the pot. Therefore what? Clay alone appearing as pot. That's all. So pravilapanam dissolves, merges, pot merges into clay. Really there is no pot at all. What is there? What was there? Whatever will be there? Clay. This clay is very wonderful, no? Pot of clay example. What about we? This you have to supply drishtanta, you have to supply to darshtanta. Once anna rasam is a product, prana is atma. Prana is the cause, means annam, anna rasam, this body, human body, which is made up of annam, is mithya. Mithyatva nischyaha. Whatever has got a borrowed existence is called mithya. Pot has got a borrowed existence. From where? Clay. Therefore, pot is mithya. Whatever has got borrowed existence, pot has got a borrowed existence from the clay. Therefore, pot is mithya. Unreal. Mithya means what? English la myth ani solluva. And the myth mithya. Nama mithya eduthu poi anga myth ani pannitam. Mithya means false, unreal. So, Annamaya Atma is Namarupa, borrowed its existence from what? Pranatma. Now, Annamaya is Mithya. Pravilapanam over. Pravilapanam means, suppose you see a rope snake. Rope snake. A rope is the Satyam. The snake is Karyam, product. Okay, so snake has borrowed existence from where? Rope. Our snake. Okay, not real snake. Rope snake and our rope snake. That snake has got borrowed existence from the. I am giving another example. That's all. One example puriyalana innor example. One example ke puriyano. Adi puriyalana ronna example po vendeda. So, rope has given that existence to the snake. Snake is the product of the rope. Rope is the cause. So, snake has got borrowed existence from rope. So, snake comes under what? Karyam, anatma, mithya. Now there is no snake when you say other than rope. Rope, snake pravilapanam. Snake merges into rope. As though merges into and put into inverted commas. As it were. There is no real snake to merge, really speaking. But in your notion there is a snake. That snake dissolved into the rope. That is called pravilapanam. Merges into, resolve into, dissolve into. This is called pravilapanam. Similarly, annarasamaya dissolved into pranamaya. Then prana upasana one has to do. This prana atma is there. Samashti prana is there. Then upasana when it comes, samashti and vyashti. That is what we are seeing. These are all old lesson. Whatever I am teaching is old lesson. கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா இருக்க இந்த டஃப்பா இருக்க டாபிக்னு ரொம்ப நேரம் எடுத்துட்டா ரிவிஷன். ஓகே சுவாமினி, ரிவிஷன் எடுத்தா கூட கஷ்டமா தான் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லாதுங்க. Because these layers we have to understand. Now prana, again upasana we have to do. This is a upasaka here. Pranam deva anuprananti. Previous upasana is what? Because of annam only everything is survived. Because of annam only whole creation is coming. He did anna upasana there. Now since prana is the Atma, one more point also we have to do, that is koshatva nischaya, very, very important. Koshatva nischaya, when I resolve the vyashti anna rasam into prana atma, okay, this anna rasa will become what? Annamaya kosha. Annamaya will become koshaha. Once I give karyatvam and karyam, anatma, mithya nu sonna udane innur status vandudum. Koshatva nischaya. Whatever is anatma, whatever is mithya, whatever is karyam, whatever has got the nature of pravilapanam, it is called koshaha. I thought of bringing that chart. Now you see the connection between that yoga class and this class. Why I have started yoga class? Puriyarada? Not to do keep fit exercise. Annamaya koshaha. Annamaya became koshaha. Maya means vikararthe mayat. Vikaram. Annamayam vikaram shariram. Prana annamaya vikaram shariram. Then prana vikaram shariram. Annamayam. So annamayam is koshaha. Koshatva nischaya. Once I do this koshatva nischaya pravilapanam at individual level, I have to do this samashti level also. Samashti annam merges into samashti prana. That is very important. Leo, this is karyam, body is karyam, annarasam is karyam, annamaya kosham merges into what? Pranamaya. Pranamaya. That is Atma. Similarly, Vyashti level I have merged. What about total? Total also, Annam has to merge into Prana. Pranam Deva Anuprananti. All Devas also surviving because of Prana. Manushyaha Pashavascha. All beings, human beings and other beings, animals, birds, etc. Prano hi bhutanam ayuhu. Pranas, these pranis, that's why we are called what? Pranis. Prani. And another pranaha asya asti iti prani. That which has got a prana. We are all pranis. Okay? Jivas vai. Jivaha asya asti. Jiv dhatu. Alive and artham. So pranam deva anuprananti pashavaha manushyaha pranaha ayuhu bhutanam. Ayuhu means is the life bhutanam of all beings. Prana sattve ayushatvam. Prana abhave pop off ayu abhavaha. Lifespan, the longevity is based on what? Prana. Tasmat sarvayusham pranam uchyate. Therefore, this prana is said to be the life of all. Sarva ayusham. For all pranis, what is the ayu? Prana. Therefore, sarvayusham. All pranis means Brahma pipilikanta. Up from Brahmaji to small ant, bacteria, virus, up to that. That's why scientists always find out the consciousness through bacteria, virus. They see through the microscope. And the microbes, actually they find, consciousness is there. They never check about their consciousness. They always search consciousness outside. That is unfortunate thing. And there are people, I went to an ashram, they have lot of microscopes. And they are seeing that consciousness in all microbes, virus, and the water la nariye puchirukku adukulla consciousness. They are showing to others. Even in milk also, water also, there are so many bacteria. And the bacteria is so active, moving, amoebas are also there. Next day onwards, that milkman stopped bringing milk because lot of puchi irke paalla tannilo kuda that person stopped drinking water. When so many bacteria are there, I don't want to drink water anna. Idella paityam anna. Why you are searching for all those things? So te ye upasate, whoever worship prana in this manner, which prana is the ayush for the whole universe, for all beings. Pranam Brahma iti upasate. Prana as Brahman. Samashti anartham. Brahma means here not Sachidananda Atma. Here Brahma means Samashti. Brahman. My abhimana with prana is pranamayaha. Brahma iti upasamashti pranamayaha. Pranam, this prana, vyashti prana, Brahma iti upasate. Brahma means samashti prana. Ye pranam Brahma iti upasate, sarvam eva ayuhu yanti. What is the benefit? They attain long life now. Long, lifelong, and without apamrityu won't come. Apamrityu won't come, and they live long. Yesterday I saw 132 years one person lived. 138 years. Wow. We have to really do namaskara to him. You know? What a great. 138 years. So, sarvam, maybe he might have done this upasana, prana upasana. So there are so many people who are living long life because of this upasana. Sarvam eva ayuhu yanti means they attain a full span of life without any apamrityu. Prana hi ayuhu. Prana alone is the life of all beings. Therefore, prana is said to be the life of all. Sarvayusham uchyate iti. Yeshaha yaha yeshaha pranamayaha eva shariraha atma. This is another important technical term. Sharire bhavaha shariraha. This prana who is in this shariram is called sharira atma. Or shariri. Shariraha or shariri. This annamaya is called shariram. Prana is called shariram. Why? Prana is in this shariram. Prana is called shariraha. Sharire bhavaha pranaha sharira atma. Atma means inner self. Content. What is the container? Body is the container. Again, what is the shape of prana? Body shape. Right, left, all these things same. Now, this prana atma, Upanishad has presented prana atma. Now Upanishad says, no, prana also is not atma. Prana is also not atma. Then what is atman? Prana also is anatma only, karyam only, mithya only, kosha only. It has to do pravilapanam into its cause. What is its cause? We have to read that mantra. Okay? Next mantra we will read. Tasmadva etasmat pranamayat. Tasmat pranamaya anyontaratma manomayah. Tenaisha purnaham. Sava esha purusha vidha eva. Tasya purusha vidhatam. Anvayam purusha vidhaham. tasya yajureva shiraha ऋग्दक्षिणः पक्षः सामोत्तरः पक्षः आदेश आत्मा अथर्वाङ्गिरसः पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति So Veshti Annamayam merges into Pranamayam. Samashti Annam merges into Samashti Prana. Now that first we'll take Vyashti Prana merges into Manomaya Kosha. Again same, all 6 points you have to apply here also. See, people's mind is very, very gross. Subtlety, sensitivity is very less. Naturally, by birth, because made up of tamo guna, that sensitivity has to come. To get sensitivity, mind require purity. A pure mind can develop sensitivity. Sukshma grahitvam. Sensitivity means what? There are people, they say, I am so sensitive, Swamini. I am so sensitive. I am not talking about that sensitivity. That is not sensitivity. Possessiveness. Possessiveness, they don't like to say, I am so possessive, they don't like to say. Because they know that possessiveness is wrong. That's why they never say possessive. What they say, I am so sensitive. Very style word they use, a polished word. I am not talking about that possessive people here. Sensitive means sukshma grahitvam. Grasping the very, very subtle subject is called sensitivity. Okay? They use that sensitivity in a negative sense. Shastra use the sensitivity means responding to a subtle subject matter, a subtle topic. Atma is a very, very subtle topic, very difficult to grasp. Therefore, Upanishad want to make our minds subtle and subtler and subtlest more so that you can grasp. For that, to get the subtle mind, one's heart has to become purer and purer. Care of 16th chapter. Okay? Daiva sampat, Daivi sampat, sadhana chatushtaya sampat. The pure mind will be the sensitive mind. Very, very easily it can grasp. So to get that purity, only the upasana. Vyana prana, apana prana, that is your upasana. Dakshina pakshaha, uttara pakshaha. That upasana to sensitize our mind and to make our mind purer and purer. So the more you are pure in your thought, word and actions, your mind is so sensitive enough. Then you can understand easily. Therefore, now this prana atma is not real, it is also a product. Karyatva nischyaha. How Upanishad says, tasmadva etasmad pranamayat. இந்த பிராணம் விட வேற இன்னொன்னு இருக்கு. அந்யஹா அஸ்தி. வேர் அந்தரஹா மனோமயஹா. Atma manomaya. Manomaya atma is the interior than pranatma. This prana is only the karyam. Container. Prana is the container. Now prana is container. Previously prana was what? Content. And the prana is content. Annamayam is container. Now prana content is going to become what? Going to container. That is called karyatva nischyaha. It is a product. Once you say it is a product, it must have got a cause. That is called manomaya atma. Manomaya Atma Antaraha Astina. Prana Sharire Astina. Content is Manomayaha. Then mind is filled with what? Tena Esha Purnaha. This prana is filled with, really speaking, Manomaya. Manomaya Atma Vinalada in the pranam fill filled up. Purnaha Purnam Kodakatela Tirimilio. Filled with. Whenever you are doing Purnam, Vinayak Chaturthi, the next week. When you are doing Vinayak Chaturthi, next to next week. Okay, don't think now itself. Pillayar Chaturthiki, Kodakatella Panum, Purnamella Pandum, filled with. Similarly, this prana is nothing but it is filled with Manomayam. So, Karyatva Nischayaha. Whatever is Karyam means prana is depending upon Manomaya. Manomaya. Prana is a Nama Rupa. Nama, Nam ke vasti. Nama and Rupa. First, Anatmatva Nischaya. Once Manomaya is the cause, this prana is the product. Product is always what? Anatma. All that list have to come. Anatmatva Nischaya. Prana, Atma is the container. When you say, it becomes a product. Karyam. Karyatva Nischaya. Its Atma is Manomaya Atma. Number 2, say if I take it as Karyam, if I look at it as Mithya, what is the benefit? That Mithya Vastu will not create any Ragadvesha in me. Adida. Mithyatva Nischaya for what? Karyatva Nischaya for what? Anatmatva Nischaya for what? It will not exploit me. It cannot threaten me. It cannot frighten me. It cannot create any emotions, upsets in me. It cannot create any attachment or aversion. Once I know that snake is mithya, how can it frighten me? Mithya snake cannot frighten me. Mithya snake path, I cannot run away. No aversion. And mithya seashell, that is silver. Mithya silver path, I won't run after. So raga dvesha won't be there. Nimmadi. Okay. I am free from all attachments. I am free from all sorts of emotional problems. Once I recognize they are mithya. So, Manomaya Atma is that cause. It is Atma. Prana is mithya. Nama Rupatvam. Nama Rupa Nischaya. Karyatva Nischaya. All 6 will come one by one. Prana is Anatma. Prana is Karyam. Prana is a Nama Rupa. Prana is what? Anatma. Prana is Mithya. Prana Pravilapanam. Prana is Koshaha. Pranamaya became Pranamaya Koshaha. I am talking this topic from past 20 years. Panchakosha, Panchakosha, Panchakosha. But I feel every time new, no. I love to speak this topic, Panchakosha Prakriya. What a method Upanishad use, brilliant method. So, Pranamaya Koshaha, Koshatva Nischayaha. Prana has no substantiality of its own. Prana is depending upon Manomayatma. Prana is Anatma. It is Mithya. It is unreal. Because any unreal thing which appears, it must have what? A real substratum. Part is unreal. Appearing or not? The appearing part is unreal. This unreal part must have got some real substance. What is it? Clay. The unreal snake, which is appearing in front of me, it has got Satya Adhishtanam. Real substratum, real substance, that is rope. Isn't it? This Prana Maya Kosha, once I have taken it as Kosha, it is unreal. Mithya, it is appearing. Prana irukka illaya ipo? மனோமயமுக்கு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் கூட பிராணம் இருக்கா இல்லையா? இருக்கு. ஆனால் எப்படிப்பட்ட பிராணம் அண்ணா? மித்யா பிராணம். நாம ரூபா. எத்தனை 5 பிராணாஸ்? வியானா, சமான, அபான, உதான, முக்கிய பிராண. 5 பிராணாஸ் ஆல் புட் டுகெதர் நாம ரூபம். தே ஆர் ஆல் அன்ரியல். அண்ட் திஸ் பிராண இஸ் மித்யா. மித்யா வஸ்து must have got a real substratum, that is manomaya atma. Your shadow is depending upon what? Your only original form. Shadow is real and unreal. Shadow can threaten you. Shadow can frighten you. Shadow can create any raga dvesha in you. Because it has no existence of its own. Pranamaya kosha is like a shadow. What is original? Manomaya atma. Kosha sollakoodadu, innu kosha agaladu. So you have to meditate upon this manomaya atma, vyashti level, mind, samashti level also it is there. Again, Brahman. That look into the mantra, anyontara atma manomayaha tenaisha purnaha sava esha purusha vidha eva. In the manomayam also, what is its shape? Manomayam eppadi irukkumna? எப்படி இருக்குன்னா பிராணன் ஷேப்ல இருக்குன்னா. பிராணம் எந்த ஷேப்ல இருக்குன்னா அன்னரசம் ஷேப்ல இருக்கும். அன்னரசம் என்ன ஷேப்லன்னா பாடி ஷேப்ல இருக்குன்னா. புரியுறதா? அன்னரசம் பாடி ஷேப்ல இருக்கு. பிராணம் அதுதான் இங்க ஜாகிரதையா இருக்கணும். ஓகே, அன்னரசானிக்கு ஷேப் கிடையாதுன்னா ஆஃப்டர் திஸ் பாடி ஷேப் அலோன் கம் டு திஸ் அன்னமயம், பிராணமயம் அண்ட் மனோமயம் ஆல்சோ. So therefore manomaya is sharira atma. This prana will become what? Shariram, container. Purusha vidha eva. Body எந்த ஷேப்ல இருக்குமோ மனசு கூட அதே ஷேப்ல இருக்கும், அதே ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ல இருக்கும். புருஷ வித ஏவா தஸ்ய அன்வயம் புருஷ விதஹா. சேம் human form only, manas also has got. This manomaya is of human form only. Purusha vidaha eva. Anu means in keeping with. Anvayam means anu ayam. Ayam means this human form only. In keeping with this human form only. Anartham. Purusha vidhatam. Keeping with the human form only. Manomayam also has got a form. So manomaya is the content. Satya atma, that is the content. Sharira atma. Now do upasana. This, since manomaya atma is the content, it is the karanam, this upasaka has to do what? Meditation. Again sakama phalam, nishkama phalam. If you want jnanam, only nishkama phalam, moksha. If you want only sakama phalam, what is that phalam? Upasana. Yajureva siraha. This is called ahangraha upasana. Shiraha means the head. Important is called Yajurveda. Yajurveda is the head. Then Rug Dakshina Pakshaha. Rigveda is the right wing. Sama Veda is Uttara Pakshaha, the left wing. In that Manomaya also has got the same head. This is the head for Manomaya. Right hand is the right hand for Manomaya. Left hand is the left side for Manomaya. Legs, foot is the foot for Manomaya. So therefore, meditate upon Manomaya, Manomaya, Manomaya. You have to meditate. What na? Yajurveda, Rigveda, Dakshina Pakshaha, Samaha, left side Samaveda, right side Rigveda. Adesha Atma. Adesha means that Brahmana portion is the self. Adesha means the central ritualistic portion. Atharvangirasa, Atharvana Veda. Brahmana portion is Atharvangirasa, means here deals with the material prosperity, that Atharvana Veda. Whole Atharvana Veda talks about your health and wealth. Health and wealth. Prosperity means wealth. Health, how to get health. That is Atharvana Veda, Brahmana portion it talks. Atharva Angirasaha. Atharvangiras, because Angiras is the profounder of that Atharvana Veda mantras, therefore Atharvangirasaha. Pucham, the foot. The tail, which is the support. Why support? Atharva Veda is support. And Rigvedam dane support to Swamini. Yajurvedam support to Solalame. Atharvana Veda, Nalavad Veda, when they support, and Shankaracharya writes, see, that Atharvana Veda, by following which rituals you get wealth, health. If you have health only, you get wealth. If you have wealth only, you will get knowledge. Therefore, without wealth, you don't get knowledge. Without health, you don't get wealth. Ellame interconnected. Okay. Health corresponds to, represents Durga Devi. Wealth represents அது நல்லா தெரியும் சுவாமி. ஹெல்த்துக்கு துர்கான்னு கூட தெரியாது. வெல்த்துக்கு யாருன்னா தனலக்ஷ்மி. தனலக்ஷ்மி. That wealth you can earn when you have health. Without health there is no wealth. Without wealth, no knowledge. You have to buy books, you have to come all the way, by vehicle, you have to travel, you need money. So health, wealth, knowledge. Saraswati. Who is important? Health is important or wealth is important, knowledge is important. All the three are important. Knowledge only important. Shastra never say like that. Saraswati is possible only when Lakshmi is there. Lakshmi is possible only when Durga is there. இந்த மூடு இல்லைன்னா அவுட்டன் அர்த்தம். மூடு இருக்கணும். அதுக்கு தான் அதர்வாங்கிரச புச்சம்னா. அந்த ritualistic portion of mantras, Veda mantras, Atharva Veda, gives you, by practicing such rituals, it gives health. By getting that health, you get wealth. By getting wealth, what? I can take you to that, fifth kosha, slowly, gradually. So that your mind becomes sensitive enough. Purer and purer. Now you know why yoga class? இதுக்கு யோகா கிளாஸ்னா வேதாந்தா ஸ்டூடெண்ட் என்ன? ஐயோ வேதாந்தா ஸ்டூடெண்ட், யூ ஹாவ் டு ஸ்டடி 10 more years, 15 more years என்ன? யூ நீட் ஹெல்த். வித்தவுட் ஹெல்த் யூ கேன் நெவர் கெட் நாலேஜ். சைடு பாயிண்ட் இதெல்லாம். ஓகே, ஐ ஆம் ஆல்வேஸ் கனெக்டிங் மை யோகா கிளாஸஸ் திஸ் என்ன. ஸோ தட்ஸ் வை ஐ டீச் யோகா only for the sake of Vedanta, not interested in your health. Okay, I am selfish. I am very, very selfish. Because good selfishness, okay, it is not bad. Good selfishness, if you get good health only, you can come to my class. If you come to my class only, you can listen properly. If you listen properly only, you get Jivan Mukti. Your Jivan Mukti means you can be happy. So ultimately, I am interested in what? Your well-being. Not I, any teacher for that matter. Really speaking, Veda is interested in your well-being. But we are pushing away, no? Who is the loser? Not the teacher, not the Veda. The listener. Listener. Health illenna ukara mudiyuma enna? Sariya? You cannot sit. So Atharva Angirasa Pucham. Pucham na tail. Just as to the bird, tail is very important. Tail illenna bird cannot fly. Namakku pucham irundha odiduvom, no? We can fly in. Its wings and the tail is very important. That's why Upanishad presents in such a way. Right wing, left wing, pucham, the tail. Tadapi eshaha shlokaha bhavati. Upasana over. Now, this is called Upasana. Meditate upon this Manomaya. This head is that, what Veda? Yajurveda. And the right wing is what? Rigveda. Left wing is what? Samaveda. Pucham, the tail is fit. comes under Atharvana Veda. Meditate upon this Manomaya Atma, is the content, is the Atma, is the Karanam, is the Satyam. You have to meditate upon. When can you meditate? Once you look at this prana is insignificant, this prana cannot exist. Prana to function, manas is very important. Another aside point, aside is very important. Some other commentators, right, Sayanacharya and many people, why Upanishad presents external Vedas as to meditate upon our body. Previous Vyana Prana, Apana Prana, Udana Prana, they are included in our body. But whereas Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, they are not in my body, but they are external. Here Adesha means injunctions. We are not having only 5 commandments or 10 commandments. We have got thousands of commandments. Vidhi means, Adesha means what? Vidhi, commandment. By following the commandments, connected to the manas, manomaya. Shankaracharya brilliantly writes, another commentator also writes, see, manas ki Veda ki connection inna, Veda, even though it is external, I know that, Upanishad says, Upanishad knows that, even though it is external, it is as good as in your mind only. Why? Any Shabda outside is nothing but a thought only. Thought only. So all thoughts comes into words. Words are in the form of sounds. Sounds and thoughts cannot be separated. For example, suppose your son or daughter, some important person, writes a letter. When you are reading those letters, who comes in your mind? That person will come in the mind, and that person as though he is talking. But what you are reading here? Only letters. But you never remember this is a paper, these are the words, written by which language you never bother. But you remember whom? Only the person. How these words, these letters are ordinary ink, paper, taking you to that person? From what form? Tell me. Thought form. Thought form, you are going there. As the person is standing in front of you. The words have got such a power, the Shabda has got a power, when you are talking by phone also. Only the words, sound only. But you feel the person's presence or not. As though the person is with you, person is with you. You feel. I hope so. You feel or not? You feel. That's why Veda mantras are not outside. Shabda mantra is in the thought form only. Now I am talking the words. When I am talking, these words are converted into what? In your mind? As thoughts. My words are coming out. They are what? Only my thoughts. My thoughts are converted into words, and my words are presented in a language, and you are listening. Those words, sounds, shabdam, you are converting as what? Thoughts. Otherwise, how can you convert again immediately as a word? Have you thought of all these things? My thoughts are only I am converting into sounds. My sounds you are converting into thoughts. That's why it becomes an information to you. It is not a mere sound for you. It is a sound. If it is a sound, it is a blabbering. I hope so. My words are not sounds to you. They are making some sense. They are making sense. The sounds can make sense means where? In which kosha, tell me? In which? Manomaya. Therefore, Veda and Manas both are not different. Shabda and Vrittayaha. Vritti means thought. Yajur Vritti. Rig Vritti. Rig mantra Vrittayaha. Yajur Veda mantra Vrittayaha. All mantras converted into thoughts. Otherwise, any teacher can, how they can speak? No. They are called vrittayaha. Yajur vrittayaha, rig vrittayaha, rig mantra vritti, yajur mantra vritti, adharvana mantra vritti, ella mantra vritti in the form of thoughts. That is the intention. Another important mantra, Upanishad Rig mantra is quoting the greatness, the glorification of this Manomaya. As Hiranyagarbha, you have to meditate upon. Having meditated, how to meditate? If you know the glory only, you will meditate. What is that glory? Very important mantra is going to come. Fourth Anvaka, we will read that mantra in the next class. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.